Before we get into the video, I wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video and tell you a little bit about Cozy Earth. I was so excited when Cozy Earth reached out to me because I feel like I'm always on the hunt for new loungewear and things that feel really premium. As I get older, I am slowly upgrading things in my life, whether it comes to sleepwear, going from like, you know, big ratty t-shirts to nicer sleepwear, or upgrading things like my sheet sets. And so when Cozy Earth reached out, I was like, this is absolutely perfect. Cozy Earth is a premium bedding and loungewear company, and they're the world's foremost source of high quality, authentic bamboo linens, sleepwear, and loungewear. Their products naturally moisture wick, reducing humidity and regulating your body temperature, which is something that I personally really love, given the fact that I am in Texas and it is so dang hot right now. I picked up the women's ribbed v-neck tank dress in gray because I thought this would be an incredible, versatile piece. I personally really love loungewear that I can take from my house to the streets, so I love this dress because I feel like I can sleep in it, wake up, do a little bit of work in it, and then go to Target in it. Just throw on a pair of cute sandals, some jewelry, kind of dress it up a little bit. It is a very versatile piece, and the quality of this dress is incomparable in my opinion. I've tried tons of different loungewear and sleepwear from a bunch of different brands, and it's kind of hard to find stuff that feels really soft, very breathable, and it doesn't feel cheap, and this piece does not feel cheap, which I absolutely love. I ended up getting it in a medium. That is my true size, and I like the way that this fits as well. It shows off my figure a little bit, but it's not too clingy, so if I sleep in this, I feel totally comfortable throughout the entire night. And again, that super soft viscose made from bamboo really makes this dress feel breezy, even though the weight of it doesn't feel flimsy. Also, I have washed this dress a couple of times and it hasn't pilled, which is something that really impressed me. Again, that's another issue that I've had in the past with other sleepwear that I've purchased. And in general, there's just a reason that Cozy Earth ends up on Oprah's favorite things list 5 years in a row, because their products feel and look great. And they also have more than just loungewear. They sent me 2 other products to try. Their modern crew socks, which y'all, these feel, I can't describe how soft these are, and a sleep mask, which is so cozy and has really amazing details, like this little Cozy Earth badge sewn in, and the like band on the back is super soft too. I'm very excited to get to use this when I sleep. And everything that you order from Cozy Earth will come to you in absolutely stunning packaging. The dress came to me in this beautiful garment bag with a really premium zipper, which like they didn't have to do, but they did, and it makes the experience feel even more premium and luxury. I will definitely be reusing this bag as a garment bag when I travel, so very excited to have that as well. If you're interested in trying out any of the products from Cozy Earth, whether it's a sheet set, a PJ set, ultra soft joggers, plush socks, or towels, use my code to get 40% off your purchase. Use the link in the description and the discount code will be automatically applied to your order. Thanks again to Cozy Earth for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Hello, welcome back to my channel. How are y'all doing? I am doing pretty well, and I'm super excited to be back here doing another one of these, and also doing my makeup, because what would a vlog be without me sitting next to my bed doing my makeup? It just is what it is. It is how it is. I hope y'all enjoyed last week's vlog. Today is Wednesday. It's the day after I got back from Florida. You'll see that clip before you see this one, because movie magic. Yeah, I just got back from Florida, and I feel grateful, excited, and overwhelmed. All of the emotions. I'm feeling a lot of different things right now. I got some like interesting news while I was on vacation. I also learned some stuff about myself and just about my like tolerance for things when I was there. The cats are making noise behind me and just being super cute playing. I also just have like a lot of stuff. I'm a little overwhelmed. So I got back yesterday from Florida. I immediately drove to Austin with my little sister. We landed, by the way, in Texas at 8:45 a.m. So we were up at the crack of ass to kind of make our flight. We managed to do it. The flight was very pleasant. Actually, flying has not been fun for me recently. Like the turbulence has just been out of control, but yesterday, flight was nice. No turbulence, smooth takeoff and landing. I'm back and I'm feeling good, but I'm also like, I have so much stuff to do to edit and upload last week's vlog and send that over to my manager so she can send it over to the sponsors. Also, manager just sounds so fancy. It's really not that fancy. She manages a bunch of different people, but yeah, she helps me get brand deals, and she's sending that video off to the sponsor, which is really awesome. That means like I have to edit a really long video, like an hour plus video, and send that off, and then I need to edit the DVBC so that I can upload that for tomorrow. That one doesn't have a sponsor, so I can just like upload it as normal. And then I also just need to get my life together. Like that is the theme of this vlog, is getting my life together. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you're probably sick of hearing that phrase because it seems to be a recurring theme in my life, trying to get it together. But I feel confident that I'll actually be able to do it this time around. Not that I didn't do it those times around, but I feel like I'm getting better and better as time goes on. When I was at Disney, I had a fantastic time, but this might come as a shocker. Fried food does not make you feel super great. I just kind of had not an epiphany, but just this moment of I cannot wait to get back, get into a routine and a rhythm with my cats, with my life, and I just want to get back to a place where I'm feeling really good about how I'm treating myself, which is a whole nother thing that I'm going to talk about in a second. Basically, what I want to be doing is, you know, getting my life together in terms of my home. I need to unpack, I need to do laundry. I want things to feel good. Maybe also an office reorganization. Also, sorry if you can hear Mr. Man in the background. Can you see him? I don't know. Sully is playing down there. I might do an office reorganization too, because I just feel like my creative juices are flowing, but I'm not loving that office because it's feeling a little stifling at the moment. Love my new office chair, love a couple of new items that I've added in there, like a new mechanical keyboard, but it just needs a little bit of zhuzhing. I think maybe, you know, reorganizing the shelves themselves might help, so maybe I'll take you along for that. So that's something, house stuff. I just want to get my life in order in that regard. And then also health. All that fried food, again, did not make me feel great, and I think I want to put some recipes together so Hayden can get groceries, so we can have meals at home. I want to be eating at home more. Not necessarily being like a kale and quinoa girly all the time, which is not a bad thing, but you know, I really just think eating at home, no matter what the food is, tends to make me feel better than eating constant fast food and fried food. I'm gonna do that, and then I also really want to get back into exercising. I've just been craving it. All of that walking surprisingly didn't take me out, even though I was a little bit out of shape when we went to Disney. I just really am excited to do some more hot girl walks at home. Also excited to potentially get back into lifting. I have been lifting weights off and on since I was 16. I love doing it. It makes me feel really good and confident. I know that if I am able to get pregnant, having muscle tone is definitely going to help me feel better throughout a pregnancy. So why wouldn't I want to do that now when I have like time and control? We're getting our lives together this week. That's what we're doing. Amongst other things like reading and, you know, having a good time. We're actually going to get dinner with Hayden tonight. It will be fast food again because we, you know, haven't gotten groceries yet, but I'll take you with me and it'll be a good time, a good fun time. Before that though, I wanted to update you on fertility. So timestamp, here you go. If you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to. I hesitated to share this particular bit of information because do I want to share numbers? I'm not going to share numbers on certain things, but bear with me. Okay. So I got a call 10 minutes before I hopped on my flight to Florida from my fertility clinic, specifically from the nurse who's like handling our case or whatever. We have one doctor obviously and one nurse who is like in constant contact since our doctor's so busy. So I got my blood tested over a week ago. Was it last Wednesday? No, it was the Wednesday before. So about 2 weeks at this point. We got some results back. Not all of them. We still have not gotten the genetic carrier test. Didn't get any like things shared about infectious diseases. I think basically the long story short is that I probably don't have any infectious diseases if they didn't say anything. But that was the thing. I got a call. Let me just bring it back to the call. I get a phone call from the clinic and they're like, "Hi, is this a good time to talk?" And I'm like, hopping on a flight in 10 minutes. Is this gonna crush me? I didn't ask that. I said specifically, is it good news or is it bad news? And she said, good news. And so I decided to take the call and listen to what she had to say. So the nurse called and she's like, okay, so we got your results back. Everything looks really good. All of your numbers came back really good. She didn't go into the specifics on which numbers, but like apparently good. I think she said like LH or FH or something like that was good. And then she said your AMH is a number, which I'm not going to share. And it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a really high AMH because I know that for people with PCOS or PCOS symptoms, whatever, they tend to have high AMHs, like 10 plus. She shared the number with me and was like, this is fantastic. You have a lot of eggs. Basically telling me I'm quite fertile, which I kind of knew from like the ultrasound, but it's so confusing. And I think that I'm just really struggling right now because the number she shared with me was lower than what I think a typical PCOS number would be for AMH, which if you don't know what AMH is, it's basically the hormone that measures your ovarian reserve. If you have a really low number, that means that you unfortunately don't have as many eggs anymore and that you are likely to go through menopause earlier. If you have a higher number, could either be really fertile or you could have PCOS depending on like the actual number itself. And my number is higher than normal, but not high enough to qualify me for PCOS. I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, what is it? What is this number that you're telling me? And so I asked, I was like, or not even asked, I just said, oh, okay. She was hyping it up like it was a great thing. The nurse herself, she was like, oh, you have, you know, a lot of eggs. This is going to be really great for whatever treatment you go through. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, the doctor said she thinks I have PCOS, so that makes sense. And then she replied, she didn't mention that to me. Like the doctor didn't mention the PCOS to her. So I don't know, again, if that means that like I do have PCOS, this number is reflective of that. And like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Or does it mean, oh, the doctor actually doesn't think you have PCOS and you just have some of the symptoms? Oh no, I'm just so confused. And I could definitely like call back and text or whatever. But in that moment, I was just like excited because it felt like great news, you know, that like nothing was really off or worrisome. But she also didn't mention all of the numbers. Like they also tested my testosterone and some other things. Whatever hormone measures like your insulin or whatever. God, what is it? TSH? I don't know. You know, acronyms stand for. But I looked a lot of this up before I got the results back to know, you know, kind of baseline what was going on. And I feel like I'm more confused than anything. And I really just need to call back and just ask for the rest of that information. But I'm going to assume that if they didn't say anything about those specific things, that there's probably nothing wrong. She did also, the only other thing she shared with me was that my vitamin D was a little low, which I mean, hello, of course it is. And that I should take more vitamin D than I'm currently taking. I think I'm taking 1,000 IUs right now. And she said to take 2,000. So I'm going to do that. Obviously that's not medical advice. And I'm not saying you should supplement if your doctor doesn't tell you to supplement. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing. Didn't share a specific number on that. The only number that she shared specifically was my AMH number, and I just don't know what that means. You know what? I probably won't even call. I probably will just ask when we go in for our next visit and consultation. Basically, the takeaway from that was that I am fertile, which is really cool. Thumbs up. Kind of knew it, but really cool to know. Do I have PCOS? Who fucking knows? We'll figure that out, I guess. Or maybe we won't. I think that's what's been such a head scratcher, you know, beyond just like not knowing. PCOS is not something that they can like look in your blood and find and just say, oh, PCOS, bing, you have it. It's like a whole host of symptoms and it manifests differently in everybody. I do think I'm maybe not insulin resistant though, which is interesting. Or maybe she just didn't share that with me. Who knows? I should call someone. The conclusion though to that call, by the way, was that we're good to start. Is terrifying. I'm sort of like excited, I guess, to like get the show on the road, because I think the longer that I just sit and ponder and like think about fertility, the worse it's going to be. I've already done research. I know exactly what drug regimens and stuff entail for IVF, so I hope that we get started soon. I mean, they say I can, and that I actually don't have to have HSG or any sort of like uterine look at before the egg retrieval, first part of the IVF cycle, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we're just good to go, which is kind of scary. But it was so interesting too, the way that she like called and had some answers and didn't, and the way that she was like, oh yeah, so like, you know, I think you're good to start whatever treatment your doctor recommends. And I'm like, IVF. And she was like, I think she was confused because she looked at my numbers and she's like, why would you be doing IVF? And then I think that she looked at Hayden's information and was like, hey, yeah. When we're going in, I also don't know, but I obviously will keep you abreast of the situation. And also I'll keep you updated on the whole PCOS thing. I just really don't know what to expect. I got cysts on the old ovaries, but does that mean PCOS? Not necessarily. And my numbers, I guess, don't necessarily indicate that. So we'll see. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish my makeup and do my hair and do the rest of this stuff I've got to do today. I'll update y'all at dinner time, hopefully when I've knocked all of this fun and exciting stuff out. You know, I said that I would bring you to dinner with Hayden and I. We just enjoyed a delicious meal of Taco Bell, and by that I mean it was subpar as Taco Bell normally is, but
Don't you talk trash
it was
about Taco Bell?
It worked. Wouldn't recommend the volcano sauce. Lava sauce. It was okay.
Very different than volcano sauce.
I have literally fucking nothing to say. I did edit, upload, and send off a vlog that was an hour and 10 minutes long. Go me. Tip of the hat to me. Oh, also, unrelated, but like kind of cute, and also what the fuck am I talking about? There's nothing related to anything because I'm vlogging and I'm just saying words. I got cute like panels for my car. This used to be gray plastic and now it's wood, and I have that on other parts of my car too, like right there. And so it's not white plastic over there. What? I might make Hayden take me to Office Max or Depot or whatever the fuck we have near us because I want to get a little mouse. I got a new keyboard that is delightful. I got it on Amazon. It's clicky, but not too clicky. I need a mouse to go with it. I will not be able to find one that actually matches because it's like cream and brown. However, I do need a new mouse because mine was glitching on me real bad when I was editing. I was watching this video today that was like, I asked AI to generate questions to improve my relationship.
Okay.
And one of the questions I thought was interesting. Oh, I have three for you. Number one, what fictional world would you live in?
Me personally?
I don't know how this is going to strengthen our relationship. It's AI that created these questions, but you know.
Me personally, what world would I live in?
So cool. I think you'd live in the Shire.
No, I wouldn't live in the Shire. The Shire's too boring for me.
Oh yeah, you need adventure and action?
Not necessarily that, but it's like they abhor action and adventure,
that
or
like
anything interesting.
Maybe I need to go to the Shire.
You know what I mean? It's supposed to be purposefully very quaint. Yeah, I don't know. That's like almost too tough.
I would live in one of those small towns from a small town romance that's like really charming, and it's like the kind of small town that's not racist. It's just fun. How about Stars Hollow? I think I would live there. Yeah.
Oh, we could bring in like TV shows and stuff too.
I didn't even think about that until just now.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going Stars Hollow, I think.
That's like even more tough.
I don't think I want to be in a fantasy world. It seems a little too intense for me.
That's the thing. I'm trying to think of like all of my favorite ones, and I'm like, yeah, but do I want to be a part of that?
That's what I'm saying.
Because like, let's be honest, I wouldn't be main character, and I don't want to be. But like, if you're not main character, then it's probably just kind of boring.
So are you an NPC?
Yeah, in these fantasy worlds, probably.
Alright, well, we're moving on because Hayden isn't giving an answer.
Yeah, I'm boring.
Weirdest habit that the other person has that you find endearing?
You're really putting me on the spot. You didn't tell me you were going to be asking me questions or anything like that.
I knew that it would come to this because I know us. I knew that we wouldn't have anything exciting to say.
Well, it's just like my brain is... Well, there's like a lot of that I could say. I just like can't think of any of them because my brain's not working right now.
Does the Taco Bell just...
Yes. It's glue in the stomach. It's glue in the mind. Do you have an answer for me?
He makes up little songs that he sings to me, and kind of hate them, but I also kind of like them at the same time.
The repeat ones are good.
The dinner
and, like,
song. The dinner song I was thinking of today, just like as I was doing my editing.
That's the thing, is comedy is repetition.
He basically essentially asked me what I want for dinner.
Yeah.
No, you don't do it for them.
Yeah, I won't.
It's
yeah,
not for
yeah,
them.
it's special
for,
for
me
you.
only.
It's not for them.
But it's a delightful little jingle, and he does like a voice, and it's
every time, yeah.
It's really something.
It's almost like reminiscent of Berries and Cream, Little Lad.
Yes.
Ish. Things that you do. Oh man, there was actually one that I was just like talking to you or texting you about the other day.
What? I don't want to look at our text. He was making fun of me for the pictures from the rides at Disney that I was sending him.
I liked those pictures,
I'll insert
though.
one right here. You're welcome. Yeah, I have no idea.
I really cannot remember what it was.
2 for Chan and 0 for Hayden.
You know, here's one thing that you talking about me making up little songs. You also make up songs,
Yes.
but specifically
For the
for
cats.
all of the cats. Yeah,
Yes.
and they all have their own song.
They all have their little song, and honestly, that's one of the things I miss most about having Nugget, is because he had his own little song, and now I don't get to like sing it to him when I make dinner. I normally sing it to them when I make dinner.
Bash and Sully don't have songs yet, right?
Not yet. It has to come to me, and it's normal.
Yeah, for sure.
It's basically like me saying their little names to like a popular song. Oh, and then 3 words to describe our relationship. And here, listen.
Ugh, gross, disgusting, puke.
No, I liked the way these people answered though, because it wasn't like adjectives. It was just like words that like you associate with our relationship.
Words. Not adjectives, just words.
It could just be words.
Like Ford Truck Month. Oh man, I moved just a little bit and it felt like I got like a lot closer.
I was gonna say stupid as one of them.
I was
like,
gonna say stupid
dumb or
next. Yeah.
stupid.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's me.
Stupid? Yeah, I was gonna say trust, because I trust you.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, you should trust your partner, but I didn't realize how I literally don't trust anybody except for Hayden.
Wow.
So, I mean, here's the thing. I
Can't trust a hoe.
love the people in my life. They're fantastic, don't get me wrong, but most people let me down. And does Hayden sometimes let me down? Sure. It's not like he means to. It's that he has really bad ADHD and can't remember anything. But, like, he means to remember things. But also, I just, like, literally trust him with everything. Like, I feel like I could tell you anything and not be scared of what you're gonna think. And that is underrated. I think a lot of relationships, people are, like, scared of saying something because they're scared the other person will be upset, what they'll think of them. I don't think of that at all.
What's that like?
I just tell you things. You feel the same way about me, stop it. I know you do. I was gonna say, I think Hayden cares a little bit more about what I think about him than I care about what he thinks about me. I mean, like, I want you to like me, but I also like things.
Yeah. I think
You're the only person that I'm 100% honest with.
I think more highly of you than I think about myself, and so yeah, I care a bit more about like how you will judge me for different things, you know?
You know, when I put this question on here, I had 3 answers. Stupid wasn't one of them, but like I really do think that like kind of sums it up. Stupid, trust.
For me, communication.
When I didn't have stupid on my list, communication was.
Oh yeah.
It was.
And then you replaced it for stupid.
Yeah. Because I think trust and communication kind of work, because if you trust someone, you can be completely honest with them.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that
share
you
all your
can...
thoughts.
No, but yeah, the good at communicating part is like the effective communication
Fair.
part that I think is important and that I learned with you.
Yeah, look at us. We talk good.
Adults.
I was trying to think of like a good way to put it. I was just gonna say banging. That's...
Banging? Like it's a...
like we have sex.
Oh,
I feel like if you just say like trust and communication, like that makes it sound really boring. I'm not saying that we're not boring.
Yeah.
But I am saying...
like we have the relationship of like a couple in their early 60s.
who were just really randy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stressful. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's true, but you don't have to say it, you know?
Honestly, I would just say fun. Like,
yeah, I think we are fun.
I think we have fun.
And here's the thing.
I think you're a fun time.
I think my favorite part of, like, having been with someone for this long, it's not any of the things that you would think of, which, I mean, like, I do, obviously. Like, I like that I've known you for a long time, blah, blah, I've grown up together. I think because we've grown up together, we're stupid as fuck. I think if you date over the years, you have to, like, hide parts of yourself at times, maybe, or, like, you want to, like, present yourself a certain way, but when you're young, sure, there's a little bit of, like, you trying to act cool, but for the most part, you're just unabashedly stupid, and we can still be really stupid
You're
with
like
each other.
too stupid to effectively hide who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's why we're good at, well, not good at communicating, but that's
why we're like more open about our true selves and how stupid we are individually.
Yeah. No one knows how stupid I am besides you. Well, maybe my sister, but...
Oh, I'm sure they know.
well, on that note, out. I think I'm gonna go because I don't know what time Office Depot closes or Max or whatever the fuck we have.
I mean, honestly,
Office Technology.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure that it's closed already.
Don't say that.
It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock. Okay, well, I'm gonna look it up just in case.
Well, also, I was just gonna say.
Maybe Target has it.
I was just gonna say, why don't you just use my mouse, order one online? Because here's the thing, I can guarantee you.
They close at 9.
I can guarantee you Office Depot isn't gonna have a mouse that's...
Why wouldn't they?
Because it's Office Depot, they don't really have things.
I mean, the mouse that I want's stupid, so I'm assuming they'll probably have a stupid one.
Okay, I mean, I'm just telling you now, we're gonna go and they're not gonna have it.
I also like the smell of the store, so I'm not that upset about it.
Alright.
I'll see you all tomorrow. I need to edit the DVBC tonight. You know, eventually I'll have something to say. Oh yeah, I told you I was gonna get my life together. I just ate Taco Bell, so how's that going? Hayden's getting us groceries tomorrow though, and we're gonna be so healthy and fit, and we're both gonna go to the gym, and we're just gonna be so good. Decided that we're gonna be accountability buddies.
Did you decide that?
No, we talked about it. Remember? It was like,
yeah, I know, I'm just
like
kidding.
1 a.m.
Yeah, I
with
know.
one of our long, deep conversations.
Yeah, when like you always decide to do them as I'm trying to go to sleep.
No, that was all you. It's always you that wants to do it.
No, it's you.
It's always
100%
you.
it's you.
No, because you keep going, and I'm like, I want to go to sleep.
When I tell you this is the 5th time that I've clicked record today, I mean it. I truly mean it. I have a lot of things to say and a lot of things I wanted to share. I have already filmed twice me talking about various SPFs, and you know what? I'm gonna do it again because I feel like sharing. We're gonna talk about that, we're gonna talk about books, we're gonna talk about plans for today and for the weekend. But first, let's talk about facial SPFs. I bought a ton in preparation for my trip, and also just because I feel like I wanted to try different SPFs. I had no favorite anymore, and I was like, okay, I need to just figure something out. I need to figure out what sunscreen is gonna work for what scenario and have a couple of like go-to standbys. So I have 6 in front of me. I actually tried 7 sunscreens. One of them is just not here. I just don't have it in front of me, but it's not good, so we don't really need to talk about it. I like the ones that I have in front of me. Some of them are better than others, but I thought I could kind of run you through which ones I think you should use or which ones I think you should steer clear of. First up, one that I already talked about, so I'll just like briefly run through it. It's the Misha Waterproof SPF 50 Sun Milk. This stuff is amazing if you're going outside. The thing that I was trying to figure out with like the sunscreens in front of me is like which ones are going to be good for outdoor scenarios where I'm going to be sweating and need that high sun protection, and which ones are more like cosmetically elegant, feel nice on the skin, I can wear every day that might not protect me as well from the sun, but like will do well enough for every day. So this one is definitely like an outdoor sunscreen. Actually, I'm gonna grab both of these. Both of these are like good outdoor sunscreens. This one is definitely my preferred because this one doesn't run into your eyes. It doesn't taste disgusting. It smells horrible, but it works so well. It also doesn't look horrible under makeup. I like this because it doesn't make me look greasy throughout the day. This one does. This is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer SPF 60+. I wanted to try an American one just like in Roundup, I guess. I've used it before and so I repurchased it, and I realized that this one and just most American sunscreens are not very cosmetically elegant. They don't feel nice on the skin. They don't look good under makeup. This one's kind of greasy. If you wear it outside under makeup, it's going to run into your mouth and taste nasty. It might sting your eyes. It's just not ideal. It's just not my favorite. It's not fragranced, which I guess is nice. This one does have fragrance, but this one doesn't irritate my skin. It looks better under makeup. Blah, blah, blah. Like definitely recommend this one. So like this, I'll use her up, especially if I'm gardening and I don't have any makeup on. Sure, whatever. This is the go-to outdoor sunscreen. These other ones in front of me, I don't think are outdoor sunscreens. I think all of these are really like you're staying indoors or you're walking outside for 5 minutes kind of sunscreens. All right, so let's talk about them. First up, we have these two. These are very similar to me. They're like kind of watery feeling sunscreens, and I've used this one before, as in like before I started doing this. I've used all of these sunscreens, but I've used this one in the past, decided to repurchase. And then I'd heard a lot of good things about Isntree and their hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. At least I'm pretty sure this is the one that people like from this brand. Here's the thing. They're both that like kind of watery consistency. They probably have a little bit of some sort of alcohol in them, so they dry down really well. My issue with this one is that it keeps your skin looking really glowy and greasy, which is strange because it doesn't feel greasy. It just has that glow. So maybe if you're really looking for that, this could be good. But for me, if I'm picking up a sunscreen like this, I want it to kind of, again, dry down, look like I'm wearing nothing under my makeup. And this one is just gonna win out every time. It's better. I think it might be cheaper. I don't know. You can usually get this on a deal. It also comes in like a pump, bigger bottle with a pump, which is really nice. I brought this one to travel just because it's smaller, but I do have the pump as well. So it's fine. I mean, it's not terrible. I think if you can get this on sale or something, or if you're looking for a really glowy sunscreen that doesn't actually feel greasy, this is pretty good. So this is definitely like an everyday for me, and this is like my go-to outdoor sunscreen. These two are like bangers. And then the last two are just both very different kinds of sunscreen, so talk about them. They're not the same kind of sunscreen. This one is like a cream almost, so you squirt it out. It looks like a lotion. It looks like a regular moisturizer, and it feels like a regular moisturizer. It's a little bit, I'm gonna say thick, but yeah, it's like a little bit thick. It does does feel more like an actual moisturizer than like a thick American sunscreen, but this is not the kind of thing I would want to wear in the summer. It just feels a little bit too emollient. I think I would probably wear this in the wintertime under makeup because it feels really nice. It feels like it would go well under makeup, and it does because I've tried that before. It smells really nice. All CosRx products, I'm pretty sure, for the most part, are fragranced, and they all smell really good. And they don't tend to irritate my skin. I do have sensitive skin, but fragrance doesn't tend to irritate me. I don't know. I like it. I don't think this is an outdoor sunscreen. It's definitely an indoor sunscreen. Indoor in the winter sunscreen. And I really didn't want to like is the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. This stuff, I got a little sample on a whim at Sephora because I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring this on my trip to New York, and I'm almost done with it because I used so much of it in New York and so much since then. This is just probably the best sunscreen for under makeup if you're going to be indoors most of the time. It is PA triple plus. I kind of want a quadruple plus if I'm going outside. That's the UVA rating, I believe. I'm definitely gonna want like a higher PA rating on that, and a higher SPF. SPF 40 is just like not enough for me. I need like 50 plus if I'm going outside. But this feels so good. It's very like silicone based. It feels like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Don't wear primer normally under my makeup. I normally just wear sunscreen, but this kind of makes, I think, the argument for primer. It just makes my makeup look so good every time. It lasts well throughout the day. It doesn't get greasy. It doesn't break up on my skin. I didn't want to like it because this thing, I think literally this tiny thing was like $20, but I think this is the kind of sunscreen I would keep for every day. I really do, and I hate saying that because it is expensive. I'd say a close second is this one, and then this one for outdoors. Like these three I think are my faves at the moment. The other three, they have their uses, but like these are my go-tos. So anyway, that's my little SPF roundup. Hope that was helpful. I don't know, maybe you're not looking for SPF, but it is summertime. Protect your skin. I just applied the Supergoop before I clicked record on the camera. I'm gonna do my makeup with y'all while I talk to you about the other stuff going on, right? If I can find my makeup sponge. Okay, here she is. And you know what? I'm actually gonna go in with a foundation I haven't been using in a while. It is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I cannot find a sunscreen that works well with this. Well, yesterday when I tried it with this sunscreen, oh, she's good. I like this foundation, but for some reason it gets really greasy if I use sunscreen under it, but these two, all day. All right, let's talk about The Plus One by Maisie Eddings. I read A Brush with Love by this author, and I just did not like it. For some reason, I was actually thinking that this author wrote a different book that I was thinking of. I think because the artwork looks similar to a different book. It's like, it's purple, and she like beats on her boyfriend or dumps her boyfriend. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I thought this book was by a different author. Now that I'm reading it, I can definitely tell that it is by this author because there's a big emphasis on mental health. I don't want to say neurodivergence, but just like mental health in general, and like how that can actually affect your cognition and just like your everyday experience. So the two characters in this book are Indira, I believe is her name, and the hero's name is Jude. And it's kind of an enemies to lovers sort of book because Indira just got dumped by her boyfriend, or, you know, broke up with her boyfriend. She's kind of in a bind and she needs somewhere to live. So she moves in with her brother who is getting married. And Jude is, I believe, in the wedding party. He's like one of Jude's brother's best friends. And so Indira has like known him for a while and they don't like each other. They don't get along. So our heroine's kind of going through stuff like being broken up with or like, you know, getting dumped, whatever. And then Jude, he I guess currently works for sort of like a Doctors Without Borders thing, so that he can get repayment for his student loans. Just like the way that is handled, and I really like Jude's character. I just think he's interesting. So he has been doing this to repay his student loans, and he emphasizes that, like, at least to us as the reader, that people try to act like he is some sort of hero for doing this, but really the only reason that he's doing it for the student loan repayment, and he really hates it. He's got PTSD, and he feels like he's just kind of like walking through life. He feels like he's kind of disconnected even though he's back home. And I have to say, it is like deeply relatable as someone who has been depressed before, who's been through hard things, not feeling connected to the people around you and not feeling connected in certain moments. Like he's at dinner with his parents, is consciously excited to be around them, or like in the back of his head, he's like, I'm glad that I'm here. I love my parents so much. But he kind of tunes out all of the conversation when he's there. He is like, I can remember answering their questions and like being there kind of, but I was not engaged. I wasn't present because of the other things that are affecting my mind. And I was like, wow, that's deep. I've never really seen an author kind of like handle that in that way. And I really think that that is Maisie Eddings' kind of strength. She definitely did that in A Brush with Love. I didn't love that book because I feel like it focused so much on the heroine's anxiety and it kind of made it unenjoyable, but I don't know, for some reason this one's just kind of hitting different for me and I am kind of enjoying the way that it is working out. Also, I do kind of like I guess this is a brother's best friend romance, which is, you know, kind of a fun thing that I sometimes like. And I also kind of feel bad for Indira and like the things that she's going through because she kind of saw her life going a certain way. It's going in a different direction and she doesn't feel like she can handle it. She is a psychiatrist, by the way. She doesn't get as much respect, I guess, because her family are in the medical field, but in like different ways and in more respected ways, I guess. I think her brother's like an anesthesiologist or something and no one really has respect for her job. And you get to see like some of her therapy sessions and stuff. It's definitely not a lighthearted romance is what I would say. I'm still enjoying it. It just feels refreshing, and I do kind of want to see where this relationship heads, because right now it's just antagonistic, like they don't like each other. I feel like I still don't 100% understand why they don't like each other, but being only 20% in, that's fine. Surprised that I'm reading something for this video, but I was realizing I'm just so behind on videos, which is leading me into the next thing I want to talk about, which is just like getting my life together. After work, I am planning on doing some cleaning and reorganizing and just planning content. Last night I sat down and started planning chanmas content for December. If you've been here since 2021, I did something called chanmas, which is where I posted, I believe, 29 days. I meant for it to be 31, but I posted 29 days in the month of December. It was a mix of daily vlogs and like planned content that I had planned and filmed part of ahead of time. And it was overwhelming, but like very fun and really rewarding. And I love pushing myself creatively. Really enjoyed that experience. Last year, I only did like the 12 days of chanmas. I only posted like 12 videos. I mean, I guess that's like not insignificant, but to me, I just didn't feel as accomplished when I finished that. I want to do chanmas again, and I want to do it in a big way. Trying to figure out what I'm going to post and also how I'm going to get that done ahead of time has been overwhelming, but I'm also excited about it. I've been like sitting down with my calendar and just kind of brainstorming like what I want to post and how I can best get this stuff accomplished and or film things ahead of time, because obviously I cannot film, edit, and upload a video every single day in December. Like I need to do a lot of stuff ahead of time and like have stuff pre-scheduled and pre-filmed, and honestly, like I love the logistics of that. I love trying to figure that sort of thing out, but that coupled with like the other stuff that I'm trying to plan, like it's the end of July, I need to plan for August, it's a lot. So instead of just planning separately, I'm planning the rest of the year, which, you know, I've done in the past, but I just feel like the past 9 months, year, whatever, basically starting when Nugget passed away last September. Oh my God, it's almost been a year. I just feel like I have not been myself. I haven't been planning content ahead of time like I used to, and it feels like kind of refreshing and exciting to be able to like do that again, but also a little bit scary. So I think my like goal for today is to plan the rest of the year's content, and maybe like set up my planner for this week and the coming week. I always just feel better when I have stuff written down on paper and when I'm able to like write down the books that I have to read. I do have the books that I need to read for videos like written down on my notes app in my phone, but that's more like long-term stuff, right? So like for a list video, I have all like 60 to 100 books written out for the list video, and I will check it off when I'm done with the book. If I don't schedule it in to my reading schedule for a week, like I'm not gonna get stuff done. So I would love to sit down and do kind of like my, oh no, y'all, I got like, okay, wait, it's brushing off. I got loose powder on my new skirt. I need to sit down and do that. And then there's also just like other stuff that I feel like I really want to get done. I kind of mentioned it on Wednesday when I first started filming this video. I just really want to do everything else. And I think here's the thing. I feel like there is kind of a disconnect between the things that I want to do to take care of myself versus the things that I want to do to take care of myself professionally, right? I'm feeling so excited and so motivated to do videos and to read more and to give y'all even more content. I've also felt this urge and this calling to actually take care of myself physically, to eat healthy, to exercise, and I don't know how people do it, but like that is just not in my everyday sort of like routine at this point. Watching a TikTok recently that was like habits. Does anyone actually have habits? Are there people who actually have habits that they do without prompting and without thinking about it, you know? Like for some people, brushing your teeth is just a given. Like there's no way you're not going to do that. And for other people, that's something that they have to be conscious about and force themselves to do. And I feel like for me, especially with like eating healthy, exercising, it's not instinctual for me. Like I want it to be just like a part of my everyday life, and I just think I have not figured out a rhythm that works for me. A couple of months ago, I kind of figured it out with exercise. I was working out at 4 p.m. every day, and that was like good for me, and I'd love to get back to that, but I'm still kind of struggling with eating healthy stuff, and I don't want to say struggling, but I'm still trying to figure out that stuff, and it's kind of wild to me that at like almost 30, I still haven't figured it out. But also, is there a timeline for these things? Like, am I supposed to, you know, have stuff figured out by a certain age? I don't think so. I think like obviously life, you're constantly figuring things out and hopefully improving in some ways, but it's just still, it's mind-blowing that like I can such strides and such improvements, and then they can just like fall back, you know? But like so much of our lives has to be this like conscious thing, and it just can't be second nature, I guess. Like I wish I could just wake up and like fruit and healthy shit would present itself in front of me, and I would just love it every morning, and I wouldn't crave sausage McMuffin with egg from McDonald's. But you know, that's just simply not my reality, and I'm just trying to like, I guess, make everything happen and also just like not walk through my life unsatisfied, because I think that's been the problem in the past is like, I'm getting really deep today. I will get so focused on YouTube that I will stop taking care of myself, and then once I start taking care of myself, I feel like I can't focus on YouTube, and it's like, can I find the balance? Can I do both of these things? I would really like to. I desperately would like to, because 'tis my life, and I don't want it to become unhealthy again, or like, I guess, continue continue to be unhealthy because I'm unhealthy right now. Are these the thoughts that normal people have? I wonder this frequently. You know, because I've talked to Hayden about it, and I do think it is like a feminine experience for sure, that like there needs to be this like constant self-improvement, otherwise you're not doing enough, or like what are you if you're not constantly trying to make yourself better? And like I don't want that to be my life. It's just so ingrained into me. Like I can't imagine not trying to change things about myself or like trying to make my life better. So I don't know. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera because I just like I'm obviously not working quick enough. But Hayden did go to the grocery store yesterday, which was really nice. We had pasta for dinner and salad for lunch, so it felt like a little bit balanced. The recipes he picks out are never like the most healthy, but that's fine. Eating at home is better than nothing, or like better than go and get McDonald's. At least I've got that figured out, and I'm hoping today to exercise at 4 p.m. I have been telling myself that I would do that for the past like 3 days, and it just hasn't happened because I've been slacking. But you know what? Excuses aside, I'm going to go on a walk on my little walking pad at my desk at 4 p.m. Maybe I'll edit videos while I do it. Maybe I will watch TV. Maybe I'll watch YouTube. I don't know, but I'm gonna do that. That is my promise to myself. And then before that, I'm gonna do some work stuff, and I think I'm going to start unpacking and doing laundry, and I'll probably do like a sweet little B-roll moment for you to see those things. I want you to see the reality of my life, honestly. I feel like oftentimes on YouTube people come across as if they don't have problems, or like their life is perfect, or that their house is always clean, and I hope by seeing in my background that my bed's unmade, you can tell that that's not the case. But if you could see the rest of my room, you would also probably realize it's still very much kind of a mess. And on that side of the bed, there's an open suitcase that has still not been unpacked, so she's certainly not perfect, and I think y'all knew that. But let's get it today. Let's feel good. We're gonna knock some stuff out. We're gonna read some books. We're gonna edit some videos. We're going to clean the house. We're gonna organize. We're gonna plan content, and it's all gonna be good. And maybe I'll make a to-do list to get through it, but this video is already so fucking long. I'm so sorry, but you know what? My ramblings, that's what you're here for.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back, honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love.
Hello friends, from me and from Pepper, who just woke up. I feel like I never film in my office from this angle, but I did just get this like really fun little clippy light. I can't grab it because it's clipped onto my pencil cup, but I've got a light so I can film in kind of like weird locations. But I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I am currently working on creating a board in Notion. I used Notion a while ago, like I kind of experimented with it, but it was just a little too complex for my needs at the time when it came to like video creation, and now I feel like I definitely need something complex because I need to juggle sponsorships and also planning content ahead of time. And as nice as it has been to use iCalendar to just like plan ahead, not gonna work going forward. So for instance, if I try to post 31 videos in December, like I was saying that I want to do, I'm going to need to film those videos ahead of time. And I need a creative way to plan that, and trying to put the post date for a video in December and then also put I'm filming this video on this day on my iCalendar, it just makes everything really jumbled and cluttered. It'd be nice to have a Notion template where I have the name of the video, publish date, the date that I want to film the video, is this video done or not, you know, like if you know Notion, you know how it works. But yeah, I just downloaded a template from someone that I don't remember the name of. Someone named Thomas, I think. Just like the first YouTube Notion template I could find, and now I'm gonna play around with it and just like see what I can do to better organize my life. I mean, kind of a big ask, but I think I can do it. I think maybe I can figure it out. I did get like 40-ish% into the +1, but I feel like I want to get further into it before I update you. But I think my game plan at this point is to to the Notion template, hop on my treadmill at 4. Right now it's 2:38. Hop on my treadmill at 4 and read more of the +1. And then after that, I need to get started on some videos for Saturday and for Wednesday. Oh, goodness. Never ends. It literally never ends. But I'll pop in and update you when I have more things to say. Happy Saturday, friends. I am in the same place in a different shirt because, yeah, I've been working on this damn Notion board forever, but I did just finish and I feel so damn good. I feel like I finally have a grasp on all of the things that I needed to know about my content and like when things are going up. Like my main problem, and I don't know if I like mentioned this yesterday, I might have, my main problem was that I feel like I couldn't really see what videos had sponsors on them. I feel like I couldn't really tell when I needed to finish what books because sometimes, you know, you'll have videos listed out and you'll have the books under them. You're just not really sure like the order of things. And now having everything in Notion, like I feel like I finally have my shit together, which feels good, but also I feel like I'm so behind on reading. I did get like 60% into Maisie Eddings' books. I think I told you that last time we talked, and I guess we could talk about that now, but I need to get on it with my forced proximity vlog. That is what I need to be reading. I'm not mad about it because all the books for that video are going to be fun, but let's talk about the Maisie Eddings book. I keep forgetting the name of it. I don't know how I'm feeling about this one. I was really excited about this hero because, like, on the one hand, he has, I don't want to say something about him, but he has mental health issues, and I feel like often in romances we have a woman with mental health issues and not a hero with mental health issues. And in this case, like, they both have them, I guess, or maybe our heroine doesn't have mental health issues, but she sees a therapist regularly, and like that is definitely something that is emphasized in this book, which I really appreciate. But I don't know, the longer the book goes on, I feel like I'm feeling a little bit of a disconnect between this like earlier animosity that they had and also this like romance. Like the premise of the book is that they're going to fake date to, I suppose, not throw off, but like make her look cool in front of her ex-boyfriend, and everybody is kind of in on the secret. It's not like they're lying to their friends and their family, except for that one guy that like they're trying to fool or that they don't like. That's fine. I think the fake dating premise is okay, but I haven't really felt these like chemistry moments I feel like that the author is trying to create. There's a moment where the heroine sits on the hero's lap and I'm just like, okay, and then they finally have sex and I think maybe it's the audiobook narrator, I just didn't really like feel anything. And I'm not saying that like I need to feel anything, but I do want to actually care when the sex happens, and especially for like a traditionally published romance that doesn't have a ton of sex scenes, I should care about the 1 or 2 sex scenes that are going to be in the book, and I don't know if I do. Also, she kind of like to convince him to have sex with her, which I like don't love. Maybe that's just me, but I just didn't, I don't know. I'm like not 100% sold on it. Also, I feel like I keep forgetting like the life things that are happening. First of all, we have a Theodore behind us. He is down there. He came in to eat the rest of Pepper's dry food, and I don't know if you can tell, but Pepper is over there. He left because he doesn't want anything to do with me, and that's very valid. Today has been a little chaotic. We got breakfast this morning before reading sprints. We had a reading sprint at 11, and I say we got breakfast. Hayden and I got McDonald's breakfast, of course, even though my life's not together. I mean, it's kind of together, right? I made my Notion board. We've been eating at home. I had a healthy lunch, but you know, everything in moderation, and McDonald's breakfast on the weekend, I'm sorry, like I need that. I need it. But part of that adventure was picking up, I don't even remember what the name of this stuff is, but something to, shall we say, firm up Sebastian's poops, because he's had liquid poop and I've had to wash him off in the sink for 3 days now, and it hasn't been fun. I've like been in contact with my vet, and this is what they recommended, so I'm like, all right, whatever. Pets, the reality of pets, it's fun. They're really sweet, and their like behavior, especially Sebastian's behavior, since he's the one that's like kind of not feeling well, has not changed at all, which is great. He's still hydrated, but like I'm just having to give him frequent baths. Bathing a little rat in a sink and then having to blow dry him after, it's just like not my idea of a great time personally. I've got some like scratches. Forgot to wear my falcon handling gloves one time. Such is life. Tomorrow though, I'll be reading a lot, but we're making it a self-care day, y'all. Like, I need it. I need a self-care day. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're on our own, I believe, for either lunch or dinner, because Hayden's like going hang out with friends. We're going to see Barbie. It's gonna be a good time. I'll show you what we have for dinner tonight though, because I think I might be convincing Hayden to make us pasta. I will show you that. Maybe we can hang out with him. Adventures abound. Hello, friends. Okay, I think last time we talked, I was like doing things. Guess what? I did more things. And by that, I mean did a little retail therapy, and it was quite nice. We ended up returning a pair of headphones that I bought. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm trying to step up my like video game a little bit. I've been filming in 4K. I've been trying to like just make things look and sound better and put more like time and effort into each video. So I was like, ooh, let me get some headphones to use when I edit. I tell you, expensive headphones are not always comfortable. uncomfortable. These ones are deeply uncomfortable, so I returned them to the Whole Foods, and Whole Foods happens to be, because that's like where the Amazon return is, happens to be by Marshalls. So I popped into Marshalls and I got some goodies, and I just wanted to do a little haul for you. And then I'm gonna go back to reading books. Oh my goodness, the boys, yeah, they like the things that I purchased, which is cool. First off, I guess I can show you that I bought 4 of these like really large wicker-ish baskets. I don't know, they were like 20 bucks, which I thought was a pretty good deal for the size of these. And I'm going to put these on the top shelf of my closet. I have yet to find anything that is truly large enough for those shelves in my closet. Sadly, these are too large height-wise, and so I'm gonna have to get Hayden to move the shelves, but I liked the way these looked enough to make him move things around. Honestly, that's like a whole thing I need to do anyway. Hayden's going to IKEA tomorrow to get himself like a new stand to hold his records. He has a lot of records and not enough room for them. He's also going to pick up a new or more shelving for our FAQS closet system that we have from IKEA. It's worked really well for us and I really enjoy it, but we don't have enough shoe storage. We have like one, I guess like kind of, you can think of it as like a Billy bookcase dedicated to shoes, but there's not enough shelving. So he's gonna get some shelves for that. I think I'm gonna maybe add like another drawer or something to the other side. I'll maybe keep you posted on that, and I'll show you next week if we end up changing things around, but we probably will have to have a system that will actually house these baskets. Also, Bash wanted to say hi. This is the one whose tummy hurts. He's so cute. Gonna go play with your brother in the basket. And then of course I couldn't be stopped when I was there. I got something for someone that wasn't myself, and that felt very unlike me and also like good for me. How am I supposed to talk when they're being so cute? Okay, first things first, I got this like modern sort of like fluted-ish vase. This is for my sister. This is $12.99, which I feel like is a good price. Originally $18, which I guess is not that great of a deal, but a rather large vase. My plan is to put some fresh flowers in this and make an arrangement and bring it to my sister who's moving into her first like big girl apartment. I'm gonna put together like kind of a housewarming gift, and that's going to be a component of it. And I have a basket within a basket. First things first, ever exciting, I got new towels for the kitchen. I don't know if these are actually supposed to be for the kitchen or the bath. Regardless, they're gonna be hanging on my oven. I need new like towels to hang from the oven to dry my hands after I wash them. That's what these are for. And then I got, because it can't be tamed, Halloween stuff. I got 3 little Halloween things. Here's the thing, if you want to draw me in, make it cats, you know? So I got some cat goodies. First up, this I think was also $12.99. It says Happy Halloween. It's got a cat, a pumpkin. I mean, it's so cute. Here's the thing, was I deeply depressed last holiday season? Yes. Did I still spend money? Yes. But I feel like I don't have enough fall and Halloween stuff for my liking. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna get some stuff if it's on sale, if it looks cute, if it's something I like. I think my Halloween style I'm really discovering is just like cutesy stuff. I'm not as into like the spooky, scary, or like sort of tarot inspired stuff that I feel like I see a lot of the time. It's cute, but this is the kind of bitch that I am. Yep. Nonsense. Mischief makers. That was wood, by the way. I got 2 ceramic things from Blue Sky Clayworks. I just thought this was really cute. I think you can put like a little tea light in the ass, which is fun. Just like a little ghost with a little thing that says boo. I feel like I have something that looks kind of similar to this, so I feel like it's again aligned with my personal style. And then we have this, which is maybe my favorite thing. I don't want to take it all the way out of the packaging, but the cat and a pumpkin with like a little jack-o'-lantern hanging from its tail. Again, you put a little tea light in its ass, and I just think that's precious. So excited to add these pieces to my collection. Did I need Halloween stuff in July? Probably not, but you know, October is like not that far, and I wanted to treat myself. Okay, so I did. And then I got this like little basket that I'm going to repurpose later, but for now is going to be for the cans of kitten food. I have the adult cat food in these large acrylic bins, but I decided this would work for my purposes and I could reuse this because I knew like I didn't want to have to buy a new multi-pack of the big acrylic bins because eventually they're not gonna be kittens and they're gonna eat the same food as the adult cats. So yeah, that should suffice. Also, I think the sun's going down. Like, I'm done. I'm gonna go read from Glove with Love, and then tomorrow we're gonna be Barbie girls. Well, this Barbie is ready for the Barbie movie. Happy Sunday, my friends. I am in my hot pink, obviously. See the Barbie movie with my little sister, who's coming over hopefully pretty soon. It is 7:30. Our movie's not till 11:30, so maybe I'm like a little bit over-prepared or prepared too early, but that's fine. I wanted to like pop in and talk to y'all. I'm not gonna be able to tell you my review of the Barbie movie today because, I mean, we're seeing it so damn late. So I'll do that tomorrow morning, but I feel like I've been pondering productivity a little bit more since we like last spoke or since I like talked to y'all at the beginning of this vlog about it. I feel like I've been kind of hard on myself about trying to get back into a a schedule, a routine, a rhythm after coming back from vacation. And I feel like I'm moving in the right direction and like making strides, even if those strides are not necessarily coming into fruition yet. I feel like I thought I would come back and immediately get back into my hot girl walk schedule that I was doing in like April and May, but things have changed since April and May, especially in Texas. It is so fucking hot here. I tried to do my like 4 p.m. walk on my treadmill in my house, and even with air conditioning, it was just so hot and miserable, and I lasted about 10 minutes before I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I had to kind of like rethink what I'm gonna do going forward. Adaptability is just such an important thing and an important skill to have that I think I sadly am lacking, and that's something I definitely want to kind of like pick up on. I want to be like kinder to myself, and I also need to be more adaptable to changing situations, especially like as weather changes here in Texas. So I have done some things. I think I told y'all that I set up my Notion board, and that has been serving me really well as I try to get through books for the videos that I have planned. And I feel like it's actually setting me up for success for not only like the rest of the year, but also for my schedule. Like not just in, oh, I can get all these videos posted, but my actual weeks are gonna look. I've kind of made it to where I'm gonna be doing all of my editing on Mondays. Usually I just like edit videos as I go, and everything just feels very piecemeal, but I think having all of my editing done on Mondays would be really nice, and I've kind of like scheduled things that way. And just like, you know, knowing what's ahead is nice with Notion. But also I say acted on something that like I've wanted to for a while, but I've been thinking about doing Pilates. I feel like Pilates was a big thing on TikTok like a few months ago, and it's been something that I've wanted to maybe incorporate into my workout routine. I've never really found a group fitness activity that I personally love. I've tried like cycling classes, I've tried yoga. They're just not really my thing, so I was wondering like maybe Pilates will work for me. So I finally like, I don't want to say bit the bullet, but I finally actually researched Pilates studios in my area and set up a like intro class with my little sister. We're both going to go together, which will make it hopefully a little less intimidating and scary, and maybe that will help get me excited again for fitness. I think that's the thing, is like I was in such a role and rhythm with literally walking like moderate heart rate intensity every single day for like 2 months, which was amazing, but like it's just too hot to do that. So I'm trying to figure out like alternatives to that. Just something that like works for me in my lifestyle right now. Another reason honestly that I'm like grateful to have the Tesla, because I think had that not happened, I wouldn't really even look into fitness classes, because honestly like I don't have much near me. Everything's like kind of far, but with a car that just like plugs into charge, I don't feel as guilty, you know, going out of my way to, you know, these classes or trying out different things. I might experiment with different things. I might try cycling again. I might try, probably not Orange Theory or anything like that, but like I just want to try some stuff, and I feel like making steps even if I'm not exercising right now. So it feels good to like follow through on things. I don't know if y'all are the same way as me, but like some things, know that they would make your life better, but it's like intimidating to get started, and I think that's kind of how I felt about literally any group fitness class that I'm not familiar with, like the activity. I was like, I don't want to look like a fool, but you know what, it's cool, I can look like a fool. All of that to say, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling productive. I am very much looking forward to the year ahead, and I just feel like I have so many other things swirling in my head. I'll tell you what I have been thinking about when I haven't been reading this past weekend, because I've been doing a lot of reading. I have been thinking about other house DIYs. Don't tell Hayden, because he would not like to hear that. I think the reality of the fact that we're gonna have to live here longer than we really want to is kind of settling in, and I would like this house to be something that I enjoy living in. I'm not gonna do any major renos, but I have this idea for sort of like a kitchen banquette slash booth situation that sounds really like fun and could be like an alternative workspace for me if I don't want to work in my office. I don't know, sounds kind of fun. Maybe we'll do that. So I was kind of researching that. I was considering like Christmas and Halloween, which like honestly y'all, last year I was just not excited about those holidays because of Nugget, and I think I talked about that when I like hauled some stuff from the old Home Goods Marshalls, but I feel like I actually have a zest for life again, and that feels really good. So even if I'm not like 100% on track, got the zest for life. And then in the next couple of weeks, hopefully things will pick up and get more exciting. So much going on in my brain, maybe too much. Okay, looking forward to the things ahead. Also looking forward to the Barbie movie, obviously. It'll be a reward or a treat after having to read so many books back to back this weekend. Hopefully it will be really nice. And then tomorrow I'm actually going to a styled shoot with my little sister. We're doing a lot of stuff together, but I think I've mentioned in other vlogs that like one of my dreams is to be a photographer, and it's like kind of a recent thing. I've always loved photography. My sister has always been really into photography as well. I've always taken pictures of each other for our Instagrams and you know, played around with our DSLRs, but it's something that I might want to do maybe as like a hobby or like side gig. I don't really know, but I signed up for a styled shoot where I'm gonna go take pictures of like these beautiful models in like wedding attire. If you don't know what a styled shoot is, basically someone organizes something, some sort of photo shoot situation where a lot of photographers can come and take pictures of different setups. Sometimes it's for weddings, at least I'm pretty sure it's almost always for weddings, but it's kind of like a faux wedding that you go and take pictures of. Lower stakes, obviously, because it's not a real couple who's like expecting amazing photography. It's just an opportunity for you to like gain new skills and stuff. So that's tomorrow, and in the next vlog I'll probably, I don't know if I'll take you with me, but I'll definitely tell you how it went and like show you the pictures that we got. So yeah, anyway, it's lots to say, lots to do, lots of things in my brain. Also, lots of babies. Oh my goodness, he's so cute behind me. Don't want to wake him up, but I do. Let's Let's wake him up. Hi. Do you want to say hi to people? Look at him. Just look at this boy. Yeah, the boys are doing very well. Also, Sebastian is doing a lot better. He wasn't feeling super good a couple of days ago, but now he's feeling pretty much all better, which is what I like to hear, what I like to see. I am going to get back to reading. I still haven't finished the +1. I probably will not finish it in this vlog. We'll see. This Barbie had an existential crisis at the movie theater. This Barbie cried 2 times during the Barbie movie. Hello, friends. Welcome to the end of the vlog. What a vlog it has been. I feel like I talked a lot and did very little. That's not true. I finished my Notion board, which was really exciting, and now it being Monday, when I am finishing off this vlog, I feel like I'm setting myself up for the future, and I feel like that's what this vlog was all about. So feeling happy, feeling confident, feeling proud. So I think it's interesting that I had that, I don't want to say crisis, but I did have that question to y'all at the beginning of the video saying like, do all women feel this way, that they need to constantly self-improve? And then America Ferrera did her monologue in Barbie basically saying that like, yes, that is part of the female condition, and I was just like, cool. This is not emotionally devastating or anything. Review of Barbie movie, let's talk about it. Really enjoyed it. Are we shocked? Are we surprised? We shouldn't be, because I am a girl. And I'm also a girl who both loves and loathes being a woman, so seeing this like really fun and bright and punchy movie that also hit on some really like hard-hitting topics that was really timely for me was just everything. Like for me, this was a pretty perfect movie. It was visually stunning. The writing was really good. I loved the acting. Just made me both appreciate being a woman and also just like feel so bad for women at the same time. I don't want to harp on it too long, but I just genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good time, and it was fun seeing it with my sister. Was I the only one amongst the two of us to cry? Yes. Did the man who came alone that sat next to me on my left-hand side cry and make me feel validated? So yes. So it was nice to see it impacted pretty much everybody in the theater, even if my sister didn't cry. So yeah, like overall great time. Really glad I saw it, and I'm glad I saw it opening weekend. I like didn't really want to be spoiled for it. Not really sure how you can be spoiled for a movie like Barbie, to be honest, but I feel like I can be in on the memes now, so I'm happy about it. Yeah, overall it was a really good time, and overall this vlog I think was a pretty good time too. I feel like I kind of got my life together, and I also feel like after seeing the Barbie movie, I like want to be kinder to myself. I want to be a little easier on myself and a little bit less harsh on myself. I feel like I am constantly waffling between the two. I'm like, oh, self-care and or let's just take it easy and like you deserve to relax. Then other times I'm like, no, you're lazy. You need to get your shit together. So I would like to take a more balanced approach going forward. And you know what? I think that this vlog was actually a good testament to that. Like I am really wanting to again get back to it and like start treating myself better and with respect, but that doesn't mean that I need to be mean to myself to do that. That's kind of like the opposite of respect. So signing up for that Pilates class and getting my stuff together in terms of like, you know, creating a Notion board and stuff so that I can be organized, not stressed all the time. I feel like I am moving in the right direction and doing things that feel good for me. So that's all. I mean, that's the exciting stuff. And so, I mean, that is really the main takeaway I feel like for this vlog. I not that there needs to be a takeaway for a vlog, but watching movies, treating ourselves with respect, like that's the lesson here. Okay, I am just rambling at this point. Hope to see you next week. Thanks so much for watching this video. I love y'all so much, and until next time.